Hey folks, it's Nate. Thanks for joining me once again as we look to the horizon, bringing you my weekly writing vlog update. Not much to report here other than I have started to get some preliminary looks at the art for the cover of Burning Bright. I'm very excited about that. It looks like it's really coming together well. And I think that due to the production delay in this and some of the communication snafus that have happened over the last month or so, we're probably not going to have that art in and everything else ready to go until the beginning of next year, unfortunately. My goal, of course, was to get this book out this year, but it is a first time, and clearly I did not initiate some of these steps in the process early enough. That is lesson learned. I really need to focus on getting pieces in motion much earlier next time around. There is more lead time in some of these steps than I was anticipating, at least for the kind of people that I want to work with on this project. Sure, if you go to a website like, say, Fiverr, you can probably get turned around on a book cover in a couple of days, maybe a week, but I don't think you'll get the same level of quality. The problem is, of course, a high quality product is in very high demand. And as a result, it takes longer to get all the ducks in a row there. I thought I had allowed myself enough time on some of these steps. Clearly, I did not. I think I also overestimated my ability to allocate time to keep track of all of these things. And while I did have some spreadsheets and stuff put together to help me track these things, the time I set aside to go back to those spreadsheets and check in on them was not enough. I was doing it about once a week initially, and as I got busier and my attention split a bunch of different ways, I was coming back to it about once every 2 weeks, which just is not enough. I think I really need to try and do it every other day at a minimum, and ideally every day the next time I try and get this process out the door. I don't know when that will be, but this has been a very valuable learning experience. So that's where we stand on that part of things. As promised, I have published one of the pulp stories I was working on. I did submit it to IronAge.Media, but I did not realize that the word count stricture was 5,000 words or less. I was under the impression for some reason that it was 5 to 10,000 words. And as a result, I came in with a story with 7,000 word total, and so that was did not quite meet submission guidelines. The editor of the site was very generous. He allowed me to have my story listed under the prompt submissions, but it will not be eligible for voting, which I'm okay with. The voting is nice. It is nice to, win a popular competition or something like that. But really, I'm trying to do this so I can get some exposure to an audience that is highly invested in this kind of storytelling. So all in all, I think things are going pretty well on all fronts. I am going to try and do another Iron Age Media story for the month of November and get that submitted. My hope is to have at least one entry in the final voting, because it would be nice to win that and get the feature, because that is more promotion. So I would like to see that potentially come together. I have an idea for in response to one of the prompts in mind. Whether I can find the time to get all that done in and around other things is anybody's question. I really don't want to get kind of caught up in a treadmill on that, doing one on top of all the other writing I do, because that will just either decrease the quality of the writing I'm doing or make it impossible for me to do as much as I want to do on other projects. So I think my goal is going to be maybe one submission a month. We'll see. Obviously, part of it depends on the prompts and whether I find anything interesting to be done there. But that's what I've got for you this week. Hopefully you found that interesting. I hope to have a final piece of cover art to show you in the very near future. In the meantime, let me know what you think down in the comments below. There's a like button and a subscribe button down there. You can use those as you see fit, and I'll talk to you later.